Dwayne's Guitar Lessons. I'm instructor Dwayne Jenkins. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to improve our lead guitar playing, some of the techniques that we can do to improve that. In today's video lesson, we're going to be working on finger tapping, continuing out of this book right here, Lead Guitar Wizardry, Volume 1. If you need some help with your lead guitar playing, I'd highly recommend you get this book. And these videos are giving you some lessons on some of the things out of the book. Okay, so in today's lesson, we're working on lesson 25, finger tapping and repeated licks. So if that's some of your interest, stick around and I'll show you how to do some really cool guitar tricks. Alright, now we're going to start with the one that's probably the most common as far as finger tapping is concerned, is where you hold down a note, we'll just say at the 5, and then we'll hammer on to the 8. We're right here, once again in the A minor pentatonic, 5, 8. So you should be able to have that by now, you know, if you've been following these videos and learning your lead guitar wizardry stuff. So, we take a hammer-on pull-off, or you can do it with your third finger, you know, whatever you like to do, it's up to you. And then what we want to do is we want to take our picking hand and tap. See? Tap on the 12. And then push it off. So you get this kind of siren sound. So you got to hammer on, pull off, hammer on, push off. Now when you play it slow like that, it sounds okay. But what you eventually want to do, after you do this for enough times, is get to where you're getting like this. Then it starts really sounding cool. But it does take some finger strength to do that, and that's one of the reasons why I mentioned to you about doing those finger dexterity exercises to really get your fingers, the stamina built up, okay? Now we can also do this on our second string. Do it on your third string. Do it on your fourth string. And notice how my hand is positioned like this with my fingers parallel to the fretboard. This will really help you to get that stretch, okay? Either you can do it with your pinky or your third finger, doesn't matter. I usually use my pinky because like I mentioned in the last video, one finger per fret. Next one, fifth string. Sixth string. Now you don't have to go all the way up to the sixth string, it's a little bit harder, but just work on the first, second, and third strings. I think those would probably be the easiest. Second string, first string, third string. And you could actually, if you could kind of bar that 5, you could kind of bounce back between the strings a little bit. But just start off slow, you know. And it doesn't really matter if you start with the hammer on first or the tap first, doesn't really matter. Okay, and the second thing that I do that's real important is this palm of your hand here, you want to rest that on your lower strings, okay? So that way when you're playing, you're not sounding out those ones, and then if those ones are being muted, when you do play these higher strings up here, they'll sound a lot cleaner, okay? Because these other strings are being muted, all right? So let's look at, so that's one way of doing it, and you can, you know, do it in different positions on the fretboard, different strings, you know, whatever you want to do. Just be creative, but that's the fundamental principle of that, okay? And then our second example that we're going to show you is if we use both fingers to tap and we just eliminate the whole hammer-on pull-off thing and we just use our fingers as two hammers, like this. So you can see I'm hammering onto one note, and then when this finger lifts up, this one comes down, so that you just get this 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of thing. Now when you're doing it like that, it doesn't sound all that interesting. But if you move this finger, this one, your fretboard finger, then it starts to sound kind of cool, like this. So that's another way that you can tap as well, okay? So try those two different techniques, see what you can come up with. You add that into your solos, I'm telling you, that's gonna sound really, really cool. Okay, so there you have a few different techniques on how to, do some finger tapping. I'd highly recommend you work on that because that can add some really cool pizzazz to your guitar solos, You just do that kind of stuff. And then you can move your finger as well. See how I'm moving my finger like that? And there's all kinds of really cool things you can do with this technique, okay? Mastering these techniques is going to really help improve your guitar playing. It's going to add some pizzazz to it, okay? If you'd be doing a guitar solo, add something like in that, it just sounds really cool. But it does take some time. It takes some time to master it, and you got to have the finger strength as well, okay? And that's why I told you to work on those finger exercises to build up the dexterity and the finger independence in your fingers. And like I said, if you didn't catch that video, I'll leave it in the link below. I always leave the videos in the links below that you can check out for other things to help improve your playing, okay? So, once again, thanks so much for being here, watching, practice that stuff. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for future notifications. Visit my website at DwaynesGuitarLessons.com because I have a lot of great stuff on there. Join my guitar club so that you get a lot of cool lessons and free stuff in your email. And if you need any help with anything, be sure to let me know and I'll make you a video, all right? So until our next lesson, take care.